Hi Virgo, I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing all right. I'm going to pull some cards for you. We are going to have a quick look at past energy, current energy, and where those energies might be taking you, bearing in mind everyone has free will, you and other people. It's a general reading. I'm not pulling on any particular area of life. Whatever comes up in the energies is what comes up. To a certain extent, it is for you to take those energies and apply them to your life as you see fit. Okay. Sometimes particular themes do come through, and I do say that when I feel it. But even then, you can apply it to whatever situation makes sense for you. Okay. I'm pulling on collective energy. It's a trip. It really is. It does mean not necessarily every single message is going to be for you. This whole thing might not fully represent your story. It might be that bits of it do. It might be that the energies I'm speaking about, you know, if we're talking about in relation to another person, need to be reversed. So do that as you see fit. But most importantly, just listen to your own intuition. Tune into your own self, your own body. The way you feel in response to what I'm talking about tells you a lot. It tells you more than the actual content of what I'm saying, to be honest, if that makes sense. It makes sense, right? You get it. Especially if you've been here before. And if you've not, welcome. I've had a few new subscribers recently. That's lovely. Yeah. If you are new and you like my style, do subscribe. Right, let's get you some cards then. Let's get this show on the road. I'm going to do 3 cards for each row. I'm going to do that with my Thelema deck, and then we'll have an overview of what's going on. And then if you want to stick around for more depth, please do so, because we will go in with some other decks and we will dig and we will try and ask useful questions and we will be nosy and yeah, try to see what's under the surface. So it's up to you how long you want to stick around. Okay, past energy for Virgo, please. What does Virgo need to know? Past energy. Past energy. A reversed Hierophant. A 10 of Pentacles. And a reversed Wheel. Well, I feel the Virgo I'm looking at is not particularly conventional. Okay. That's what the Hierophant in reverse does. He defies convention. Doesn't really care for societal norms, or at least he's not going to rebel against them for the sake of it, but questions them. Questions societal norms in a honest way, in a fair way. That's what's coming to mind here. 10 of Pentacles. To me, this kind of represents your goals around success, life, home, career. But then I think the Virgo I'm looking at wouldn't even call it career, by the way. I think you might not even like that word, but how you live your life, the values which are important to you in living your life. I think in your past energy here, this is something that's been under consideration for you. I think to a certain extent, Virgo, here, you feel like you've been... You see, okay, I'm just going to say this. You feel like you've been going with the flow for too long. Which is interesting, because I wouldn't necessarily say going with the flow is a bad thing, but the way in which you seem to be going with the flow in your past energy, it's more a feeling of almost not really participating in your own life. Like, it feels like every day is the same as the next. So the Wheel for me is about the playoff between destiny, fate, I don't know, the universe, the universal forces that surround us, whatever you might want to call it. It's the playoff between that and you taking action. And when it's in reverse, sometimes it means we're sort of giving up a little bit too much to fate and destiny, as opposed to exercising our own free will. But it looks to me in this past energy that you're really having quite a bit of a think about how to exercise your free will. What are my values? I'll show you him upright, but he did come out reverse. You know, what are my values? What matters to me? How do I build my own personal Ten of Pentacles? How do I, well, yeah, it could be in partnership. The Ten of Pentacles often is, to be fair, but it still feels quite focused on you. How do I build, what does success look like to me? And also, how do I build a sense of safety and comfort? Okay. I feel like in the past energy, at least here, you're struggling to take action towards that end. Also, we've got a 5 and a 10. The 10 being the wheel. 5s are all about, well, we've got 2 10s. 5s are all about change. And the wheel as well can be about a big change. They're both in reverse. I don't know if something might have happened here that represents some sort of big change for you, but it's like you're resisting it. It's like this wheel is turned round and you're here, and it's almost like you're trying to, okay, sorry, it's turned round and you're here at the top of this wheel, and it's like you're trying to resist gravity almost. The gravity that pulls that wheel back down. It's like you're stood up on top of that wheel saying, no, this wheel ain't turning anymore. I'm just going to stand here and, yeah, I don't know. Which is a strange analogy, especially given that I did say you were sort of going with the flow. Well, that all seems terribly contradictory, but it makes sense to me. You know, take of it what you will. Whatever comes out, comes out. Yeah, shall we look at your current energy? Current energy for Virgo, please. Current energy for Virgo. Oh, reverse 6 of Pentacles. Oh, the big change for some of you could be the end of quite a committed relationship, by the way, with the Hierophant being in reverse. A marriage for some of you could have ended here, for sure. That's definitely what that big change is for some of you, but how that manifests for different ones of you, it is all going to be different, but definitely for some of you. Okay, current energy for Virgo. Got Page of Swords right in the middle of your reading. Leo had that, but it was reversed. Oh. There's an imbalance in your current energy. Something's unfair. The way it's come out underneath this Hierophant, you know, those of you who have ended a marriage recently, I think this energy of imbalance relates to that. Also, the 6 of Pentacles is mini justice energy, justice being sort of the major arcana manifestation of this card, and justice literally can represent a divorce. So it's in reverse, this imbalance energy. I see you breaking away from that energy, which does flow on from that Hierophant energy. If you're in a commitment or a marriage that's not working, you recognise the imbalance. You can't give your cup of love to this anymore. You know, this is big love, Queen of Cups. Sorry, that's Bianca. Did you hear her? Yeah, it's nice though, because I see that you are still open-hearted in the face of this, but she's looking that way. Put it that way. She's looking away from this imbalance. She's looking away from this commitment, or whatever it was for you. I feel like she's looking towards the future and looking away from the past, which is a bit unusual for a Queen of Cups, actually. Often she's looking the other way, but there you have it. And I feel you're quite open-hearted towards the future in a heart sense, but also intellectually, I see a lot of curiosity about your future and where you can go. It feels quite enthusiastic. On the surface, at least. I got my suspicions about this current energy for you, Virgo, but for now, on the surface, I am seeing an openness, a curiosity about, like, kind of what to do next, like where the changes in your life are taking you. And, you know, moving away from this imbalance. There was an imbalance in this situation. But I will say, the Six of Pentacles, because I keep relating it back to that Hierophant, and that Hierophant in reverse is not about a commitment ending for all of you. For some of you, I think you've just been contemplating fucking society and how I think you've got a very strong sense of justice here, Virgo, and it's in your current energy. And for some of you, I see quite the drive to do something about it. Now, that could be in very small ways in your own life, or for some of you, it feels like it could be in bigger ways, like possibly a new job role that you feel fights injustice, or your own personal causes that you are looking towards that try to make the world a fairer place, make the world a better place. So, you know, nothing trivial, is it, that's coming up in this reading for you? And that's why I think the Hierophant's in reverse for you, because it's so ingrained, like, injustice is so ingrained in society. And I think I'm looking at a Virgo who strongly recognises that and strongly feels that and has a strong drive towards doing something about that. There's something underneath this energy, however, which is openness and curiosity, which I'm feeling as discomfort inside me already. So when we get under that, we will see. Yeah, because that's how I read the cards. I feel the feelings, which is why I take so much bloody time off when I've got a migraine, because I have to take really strong painkillers to deal with it, and the painkillers put me outside of my own body. Anyway, that's just me. Let's look at your future line then, Virgo. Let's look at your future line. A reversed Fool. This is blending with that energy of the wheel, whereby you're stood on top of this wheel that's turning, and you're like, no thank you, gravity. Well, gravity's going to do its thing, my loves, but there's a there's some sort of, and I felt it, it's underneath the energy of those cards anyway. There's some sort of resistance to forward movement here, Virgo. Anything else for Virgo, please? Oh, a Three of Cups. Oh, I like that. Oh, it feels warm. Feels friendly. It feels like open expression with like-minded people or person, or a like-minded person. Someone who gets you. This is someone who gets you, Virgo, in your future energy here. I don't think, as much as the energy of the Fool is blending with this energy of the Wheel, this is an energy that I certainly feel you are not feeling yet, because often the energies merge and blend, but if this is a new person or new people, or if it's someone from the past, it's certainly not someone who's in your current energy in a 3D type of way. You see, Three of Cups can be, it can be like meeting for the first time. It can be reconciliation. It can be, it feels more like new a new person or new people to me. And yet there is some sort of reluctance to go with it. We'll get underneath that Fool and see. Anything else for Virgo's future, please? Thank you. Oh, an Eight of Cups. Right, so you're asking yourself whether it's worth emotionally investing in. On the surface, to me, this future energy, it does feel, yeah, it feels legit. It feels like it is worth emotionally investing in. This is very much being posed as a question to me. Sometimes this can mean walking away, not emotionally investing. But it feels like a question. I mean, I don't do hard and fast predictions anyway. So often this future line, I call it the future line, but it's often quite about questions, about concepts, you know. not about hard and fast predictions and advice. Right, oh, I need to get a bottom of the deck card. I don't know why I've been forgetting to do that so much recently. Oh, the Empress in reverse just popped out. I'm just going to put that there because it really popped out. I'm just trying to get the right shuffle so I can get you the right card at the bottom of the deck. Because I forgot. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. Oh, don't make me do my Seven of Pentacles spiel again, universe. I feel like I'm saying this so much recently. A reverse Six of Pentacles and a Seven of Pentacles. Something stopped growing. Six of Wands underneath it. Someone became very defensive towards growing something with you. Yeah. Four of Wands is showing up as relationship energy, and there's that Justice card again, which I spoke about. It's on your mind. It's on your mind, Virgo, why this thing stopped growing. Maybe it's this reverse Hierophant. Maybe for some of you it's this relationship. It is relationship energy. It's the energy of a commitment. Something that you had hoped would grow to the Ten of Pentacles. It got stuck at the Seven. You see, we've got a reverse Six and then we've got a Seven. Like, you know, I think at one time there was equal give and take, and then moving that into a place of further growth, i.e. the Seven of Pentacles. It hit that wall. This is coming up a lot. You have a lot of intellectual curiosity, Virgo, as to what happened there. Yeah. All right, let's get under your past. Let's go to this Hierophant, my loves. Tell me more about this reverse Hierophant for Virgo, please. Thank you. A reverse Ten of Wands. Oh, so you've got 3 tens. Okay. A reverse Ten of Wands, a Daughter of Pentacles, i.e. a Page of Pentacles, and a Nine of Cups. All underneath the reverse Hierophant. Overwhelm. That hitting of that wall that I mentioned. The Seven of Pentacles, no growth. It hits a wall. This is all dead. This is all dead wood. I will say often with this Ten of Wands, it seems like there's no way out. It seems like there is no way in hell that anything can grow from this. But often, when you take a step back from all this dead wood, you can see what you see how there's light there. If you take a step back, often you can see a way to that light, a way that you've not thought of before, a way that's not conventional, perhaps. There's a lot about not following convention in this past energy. I mean, we've got a Ten of Pentacles. I think society has quite a fixed view of what a Ten of Pentacles does look like. You know, it's money, it's a house, it's that type of success. But you're examining, like, it's almost like this light that's through these, on the other side of this blockage. It's almost like this light is what society says a Ten of Pentacles should look like. And you're like, do I even want this? Is this even my light? Because you're rejecting convention in this past energy, and I'm with you, Virgo. Because the world is in a bit of a sorry state, isn't it? Let's be honest. I'd see you looking for new ways round things. Not in a disrespectful way, but thinking outside the box a bit. Trying new things. This Page of Pentacles card, particularly in this deck, is all about trying new things. These legs, they've not done much walking before. You know, they're inexperienced legs. This deer kind of represents naivety, and I don't mean that in like an insulting way. Oh, you're so naive. Like literal naivety, like doing things that are very new to you. Forging your own path. And you might feel a bit alienated from people, because that's the other thing about the Ten of Pentacles. It can be about fitting in. It's upright. You want that feeling of fitting in. You're seeking it in this past energy. You're seeking new ways to find it, but even not new ways to find it, redefining even what it is. Because I feel like the way society finds their Nine of Cups, you know, which is sort of happiness, bliss, it's like you see it as a bit superficial, and the Nine of Cups can be a bit of a superficial, especially when it's in reverse. It can be a little bit instant gratification, a bit of a feeling of instant gratification. So I feel like you're considering, like, you know, this is long term. This is long-term stability. You're looking at the playoff between instant gratification and long-term stability, and what long-term stability looks and feels like for you. I think it's something you find it difficult to visualize, because it's not really something you've ever felt or experienced before. You're naive to it. More on this Ten of Pentacles for Virgo, please. An Eight of Wands, a reversed Hermit. Excuse me, that's you. But you're in reverse. Reverse Seven of Cups is yeah. This is overindulging in the energy of the wheel, like I spoke about. It's that dreaminess with the Seven of Cups. A lot of you might practice meditation, or even stuff like lucid dreaming or astral projection, or you maybe trip balls quite a lot. You maybe go places quite a lot, you know? Via a kind of meditative state. I feel a little bit, you know, and I'm reading this energy alongside these two cards, and an Eight of Wands is messages from the universe, and the Hermit in reverse sometimes feels like a type of dissociation to me. So this feels like quite a dreamy dissociation energy. I'm so fucking telling on myself. I'm a Virgo, by the way. You know, I'm past the stage of pretending some aspects of these readings aren't for me, because they are. But you know, we're all in it together, my loves. I've been here. Yeah, there's an overindulgence in a kind of dissociation. You're not meditating quite a lot. It's like the real world doesn't hold much appeal for you, and you prefer a sort of dreamy, ungrounded state. Yeah. But you know it's not going to get you a Ten of Pentacles, because a ten, you know, the Pentacles is about 3D shit, real world shit, your home, your environment, you know, solid shit. You really struggle with this idea in your past energy anyway. Things seem to be shifting a little bit in your current energy, but there's some barriers underneath these two cards, I swear to God. Anything else about the wheel? I think we have spoke about it quite a lot. I don't know if there's anything else about the wheel. Oh, it's... Did I or did I not, when this reverse Fool came out on your future line, did I or did I not tie it straight back to that wheel? Like, I don't mean to sound like a twat, but I don't just make this stuff up for the fun of it. It's the wheel's turning and you're stood at the top of the wheel and you're trying to defy gravity. It feels a bit like coming back down to earth with a bump after being in whatever this reverse Seven of Cups is for you. Okay? I mean, it could play out in so many ways. You could be coming down from ecstasy, from all I know. Literal ecstasy. I'm sorry, it's just so funny. Sometimes when I do these readings, this is what I mean about collective energy. It's a trip. The wheel is turning. You have no choice but to come back down to earth from some sort of disassociative state. I don't know how to say it, Virgo. You're not too happy about it, I don't think, in this past energy. I hear you, Virgo. I hear you. I see you. I'm not having a go at you. It's just what's in the cards. It's just what's coming through. Anything else for this wheel? Yeah. Deception, self-deception. I feel like you've been deceiving yourself for some time, that you can sort of play out your life in this dreamy state. You know, that it's okay to sort of go there as often as you do, or it's not actually just about how often you go there. It's also about how do you integrate into your life what you kind of saw, felt, experienced there, which is, you know, sort of a bit of a chat with the universe, isn't it? Yeah. It's... Yeah, I feel a lot of you are opening up to new energies in this past line. Yeah, you're opening up to new energies, and it's overwhelming to a certain extent, and you are not the first person to have been through this. I tell you what, there are fucking people out there who call themselves spiritual masters who stay in this past energy and think they're like enlightened and shit, and their 3D lives don't seem to consist of them actually doing much. People who call themselves gurus and shit. Anything else for this wheel? I don't know. Oh, that wanted to come out and I put it back because it didn't fall. This is a card that's all about healing trauma. That's why all this has opened up to you, my loves. Because you've been healing trauma. I'm getting like... I'm getting the biggest feelings. Yeah. Six of Swords. Especially in this deck, this Six of Swords is about healing and processing trauma. I don't even know how deliberately or intentionally you were setting out to do this, but some traumatic shit in you has shifted, and it's opened you up to universal energies. I don't know how to say it. But it's easy to get lost in those energies, and integrating it in your 3D life. It looks in your past here, it is difficult. It may well be that you have begun to heal some of this stuff, because I'm just going back to the overall energy of your read and tying it in with that, which is some sort of situation where there at one point was a nice balance. It stopped growing. That could be a job, a relationship, anything. Something about the reasons why it stopped growing has got something to do with past trauma for you. And acknowledging the stagnation, acknowledging the Seven of Pentacles, acknowledging the lack of growth, being curious. This is a lovely energy to bring to this particular table today. Curiosity can get you so fucking far in life, I swear to God. Because if you're curious, you can't be judgmental. I don't think you can be those two things at the same time, in a way. You know what I'm trying to get across. And I feel like it's a curiosity and an openness towards your own self, your own trauma, some sort of situation in your own life where something stopped growing. What was that wall? It hit a wall. What was that wall? What was that wall made of? That wall was built on trauma, I swear to God. And I'm not saying the wall's gone. I'm not saying you should aim to have the wall gone. I don't think the wall is solely made of your trauma anyway. It's bloody made of ancestral trauma. It's made of somebody else's trauma. It's made of collective trauma, frankly. Because you are tuning into the collective up here, Virgo. That wall. Acknowledging that wall. It's taken you to the foundations of that wall and what it was built on, i.e. trauma. Something like that. This reverse Six of Pentacles then, please. Tell me more about this reverse Six of Pentacles for Virgo. This unfairness. Tell me more about this lack of reciprocity. Thank you. Oh, we're staying on the... Ooh, yeah, it got stagnant. Ooh. You see, the thing is, I am not getting the feeling of an ending here. It feels... Yeah. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. Leo and Virgo are the only... Oh, Taurus. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. It's kind of left an open wound. This lack of growth, there's an open wound, and it needs healing, and I'm not sure how. It feels very... The Hanged Man. It's just there in the background. It's there in the background. The wall you've hit, the stopping point, it's caused a wound. It's in the background. I don't know what to say. Spirit seems to be saying it needs healing. I'm going to ask how. I'm going to go to this. No, I'm going to go to the Everyday Witches, because I like to do that when I've got a fairly specific question. It needs healing. That's coming through very strongly, and I think maybe if we ask how, that's a useful question to ask. I'm not promising I'm going to get any answers. How does Virgo heal this wound? How? The Page of Swords in reverse. That's the second time the Page of Swords has come out. The Four of Cups. How does Virgo heal this? The Queen of Pentacles upright, which is kind of you. I don't really go in for court cards and star signs, but you know, that's you. Someone is not emotionally investing. I don't think this is your energy. Someone stopped emotionally investing. Someone became apathetic. Four of Cups. This isn't your energy. This is someone else's energy. I'm not inclined to dig underneath it. Certainly on the surface is an energy of apathy. They don't give a shit. They're not acting like they give a shit anyway. They're in the background. They're still in the background. I think you're being asked to keep yourself to yourself and for the healing to be a private process. This Page of Swords in reverse, I feel like it's saying like your curiosity is kind of lost on this person. Your curiosity to this person's apathy, apparent lack of emotional investment. I don't think it's going to serve you. I don't think it's going to serve them. I don't think it's going to serve the situation. Yes, it's a natural curiosity I think you still have, because I can see that this energy is in the background for you still. It's just there with the Hanged Man. I want to say it's like a festering wound, which is so unpleasant. I'm sorry. This is nothing about that person. This is nothing about you. It's just the way it's coming through. I have no idea about them. I would have to dig underneath that Four of Cups, and I don't want to do that, really. If we have time, maybe we'll go back to it, but these readings are about you and your energy and your shit, and how I'm reluctant to dig around under their energy. For time reasons, for one thing. I mean, gosh, you could go off on so many tangents underneath all of these energies. We could be 5 hours here, and I try to keep them to an hour. But the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, this feels like quite an independent energy. Finding a feeling of comfort and safety in that independence. Healing through providing for yourself your own sense of comfort and safety. Perhaps you were looking to someone else for that, and all they've left you with apparently is a festering open wound that they've helped create, but they don't wish to help heal. Let's look at this Page of Swords in the centre of your reading. Page of Swords. Tell me more about the Page of Swords for Virgo, please. Oh, it's that reverse Six of Pentacles again. I'll show you it upright. Curiosity. Curiosity to why things were imbalanced. And yet, when we asked for advice about how to heal this, I got the very strong sensation that this curiosity needed to be turned to elsewhere. Okay, so where should Virgo direct their curiosity? Let's ask that. You don't have to take this. Don't take it if it's not yours, but it's just an idea. Let's ask. Where might it be advisable for Virgo to direct their curiosity? A reverse Magician. And a Two of Swords. Oh goodness. I feel like I asked the wrong question for you. It's a sense of confusion. You're blind to something. Well, yes, you are blind to something. You're blind to what's underneath this Four of Cups. Do I need to go underneath that Four of Cups for you? I think perhaps I do. All right. So this apathy that I'm seeing in somebody else, I'm getting kind of a sense of abandonment. It's like they emotionally abandoned you. Like they helped create something and then it stopped growing and they were out of there. They were out of here. Alright. What's underneath this Four of Cups energy, please? Huh! I was just talking about abandonment. And then we get the Five of Pentacles. That's the classic card of fucking abandonment. You already know what's underneath this Four of Cups, Virgo, but you're not trusting it, I don't think. Maybe this will help you trust it. Okay, I'm going to keep going. What else is underneath this Four of Cups for Virgo, please? That's too many cards. What else is underneath this Four of Cups? Somebody else's energy in Virgo's life. A reverse Four of Swords. We're going around in circles, guys. We're going back to that idea of healing. They aren't healing. I'm just going to say it straight. They're not. Whatever's underneath it for them, they are not healing. They are not playing this wound that's been created between you. They got no interest in healing it. Sorry. Anything else? Yeah. Right. Okay. So that's where that curiosity underneath that has got it. We're back to where we were. Any healing that needs to be done, I think, needs to be done privately by you, for you. I don't see that they're interested in healing it. Anything else about this Four of Cups? King of Pentacles reversed. You see, whereas you're showing up as a Queen of Pentacles upright, which is that energy of self-care, looking after yourself. I don't know where that card's even gone. Oh, it's here. Yes, that's you. That was you showing up. They're showing up as a sort of counterpart energy to that, and yet their energy is more in that shadow form, you know, alongside a I'm not healing. There's nothing to heal, I don't think, as far as they're concerned. So yeah, I don't think that they're a cooperative agent in this healing process, and I think Spirit just wanted me to go under that to kind of confirm that for you, and maybe that is something that you're not seeing, or at least you're finding hard to accept, and that's sort of stopping you manifest new things for yourself, because we've got a reverse Magician. So yeah, that continued curiosity in this reverse Six of Pentacles, this imbalance, this why did this hit a wall, yeah, it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck. So how do you, but yet when I asked how to redirect that curiosity, I got told to go underneath that Four of Cups. So what's the right question for Virgo then? I mean, it's a very natural thing for you to be curious towards that. Of course it is. You know, something has stopped growing in a way that has caused pain, and you want to heal that pain. And as far as you're concerned, Virgo, the way that you heal that pain is to understand why it's there, understand how that wound was created. And you know that two people created that wound. You were not the only agent in creating that. I understand, but there is no other willing participant here, okay? I think you're the only willing participant in healing. So I understand that energy of curiosity, I do, but it would appear it's not serving you, and it's actually leading to more confusion. Let's ask how to turn this Magician energy upright. How do we, because then that is you taking that action, which I see you are not wanting to do, with the Fool reversed twice. You are scared to take that leap. How does Virgo turn this Magician upright, please? I don't care how many cards I get at this stage. A Seven of Wands and a Knight of Pentacles. You turn that Magician upright slowly but surely is how you turn that Magician upright. It's small steps. Small, slow, consistent steps. You embrace the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. You have some defensiveness towards this energy, towards the idea of this energy. Small, slow, consistent steps are something that you have a certain resistance to, Virgo. Why? I do not know. Why this Seven of Wands? Why is Virgo so resistant to this Knight of Pentacles energy? Three of Cups reversed. But your Three of Cups turns upright. This is about not fitting in. It's right underneath that Ten of Pentacles where we spoke about not fitting in. You know, upright, this would be that beautiful emotional flow between you and kind of your friends, basically. You feel like you're the only one who struggles with this energy. You feel like you're the only one who's defensive towards this energy. You are not. There are people out there who you can connect with who face similar problems to you. It's showing up in your future. I think your mission is to find those people, my loves. Okay, I can't keep digging underneath that. We're going to be here all day, and it doesn't bother me. Truly, it doesn't. I part of how you find these people is to have that openness, that love. You've got it. It's there. You have it. You have this Queen of Cups energy. This love. I feel it. I feel it. You get it from going up here. Where we talked about. I believe. In fact, part of what you're doing up here is connecting with the universal love energy. Integrating that into your daily life. It's hard. I see you. I hear you. I think, yeah, finding other people. All of this might mean that you don't feel you necessarily fit in with some of the people who you fit in with in the past. Looking towards finding kind of new companions might help you, I want to say. Queen of Cups. Anything else about this Queen of Cups, please, for Virgo? A reverse Five of Swords. Yeah, that's sabotage. Yeah. Okay, so sometimes these new connections that you could possibly make, finding your people, you put up some sort of barrier towards it. It's an energy of self-sabotage. I'm not quite sure where it stems from. What's behind this energy of self-sabotage? Because, yeah. Knight of Swords, very flighty energy. Triggers. Your body tells you you're not safe even though you are safe. And unpicking that is so hard. Because telling the difference between what's triggering you because of past trauma, but telling the difference between that and actual intuition, actual like high priestess shit, actual intuition. The Empress does speak about that intuitive energy, and it came out in reverse. That was an extra card that I just felt I had to put there. You see, she's got a crystal ball in this particular deck. There's a lot about intuition tied up in that particular card. Yeah, it's picking apart what's your intuition telling you something and what's a trigger from past trauma that's telling you you're not safe when you are safe. Like, as a personal example, which it helps illustrate my point, so I'm going to go there. When I first moved into this house for various reasons, if anybody walked past my window, I was on red alert. My body was like, threat. Yeah, I felt it in my body. I felt scared. Rationally, did I have anything to fear from someone walking past my window? Absolutely not. And I knew this rationally. And yet my body was having a completely different reaction. And that's what I mean when I talk about a trigger. And we all have past trauma, and we all have these triggers, and it can cause a flight response. And the Knight of Swords is that flighty energy, and I see you taking flight from people who you could be really good friends with. So it's so hard to negotiate. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh God, if you're feeling scared and like you should run, ignore that. No way. Sometimes when you're feeling scared and you should run, that's your intuition talking, and you're absolutely correct to do so. So it's so hard to unpick, and I can't even begin to do so, and it's a very personal project anyway, Virgo. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for your centre line. I'm going to go underneath this reverse Fool energy now. That's part of the resistance. What we spoke about, a flightiness. So when we're talking about this, you're at the top of this wheel and you're trying to resist gravity. Not only are you trying to resist gravity, you're trying to run backwards. I'm trying to turn the wheel backwards. Anything else for Virgo? Yes. Well, I'm completely unsurprised that that's come out. You know, look at that. This is why tarot is the most fucking beautiful thing on earth. I've tied that. Those. Do you see what I mean about the way though? Do you see? We had the Fool clarifying the world up here. As soon as I saw the Fool down here, I linked it back to that. And in clarification, we've got the Wheel again, and which I literally just spoke about. So I'm going to leave it there with that Fool energy, because that's the universe saying, like, you've said it. There's nothing else to say. It just gives me shivers. But and Virgo, this is exactly the type of shit. What has just unfolded here, that beautiful crossover of energy. You're experiencing that in your past energy with this Eight of Wands. This whole past line is you experiencing that. So when I say I see you, I see you. And I know integrating all of this is hard. I do. All right. Let's look at your Three of Cups. Let's look at your Three of Cups. Oh dear, I'm starting to get a headache. Some of you may be getting a headache. Some of you may be dehydrated. Okay, it's more about this Three of Cups for Virgo, please. You see, when I said about the High Priestess and not knowing about whether it's your intuition or whether it's a trauma response, it's everything I've already said. And, you know, even this Eight of Cups, it's not the same flighty energy as the Knight of Swords, but it is someone walking away from something. You know, I see it as you walking away from a Three of Cups. That's why when I saw that Eight of Cups when it first came out, it didn't feel like... actually, because this can be leaving behind something that doesn't serve you. And I didn't feel it as that. I felt it as you questioning it. And that's exactly what's shown up there. It's what's shown up here. Questioning it, because... oh, it's so hard, Virgo, because I can feel you not trusting yourself. Like, do I want to not be a part of this Three of Cups situation, which is like meeting new people? I feel, do I want to shun these new people that I've met because something that someone said or done has triggered something in me? You know, the same way that I feel freaked out by people walking past my window that in the past, that doesn't happen to me anymore. Or is this my instinct talking, my intuition talking, telling me that these people genuinely aren't safe? It's for you to unpick. It would be irresponsible for me to say, I'm not... let me get more onto this Three of Cups and I can see what I see with the energies, but they feel legit to me. That's how it felt to me when it first came out, but... anything else about this Three of Cups, please, for Virgo? Anything else about this Three of Cups for Virgo? The Empress. That's your Empress turned upright. That is you getting, because it was reversed up here, that is you getting in touch with your intuition. That's how I'm going to read it. I know it, like, having the Empress's intuition can be a bit far out, but the way it's... another 3 as well. That feels like forming connections to me with this 3, expanding, networking, expanding your... and it feels quite 3D. It feels quite grounded, and I really like it for you after everything we spoke about up here. I feel like you are achieving, like, getting in touch with your intuition and, like, turning this upright. I feel like you are achieving that, my loves. It's really nice. Anything else underneath this Three of Cups? Anything else underneath this Three of Cups of Virgo? Page of Pentacles again. Page of Pentacles again. Trying out new things, tentatively trying out new things, tentatively meeting new people, you know, letting their ideas and the concepts that they're interested in influence you. Like making your own map, creating your own blueprint for how to move forward. You know, balancing your own values, your own sense of integrity with new ideas and concepts that you've been exposed to up here. But also that you've been exposed to here, which feels more grounded. Also, I will say this does literally feel like some of you will be joining a new group. Page of Pentacles, Three of Cups, you know, like a singing group, a yoga group, a chanting group, a book club, even starting one. You are a lot of you are stepping into an environment that is designed for the meeting of minds. I don't know why I said it like that, meeting of minds, because it feels quite physical for a lot of you as well. Page of Pentacles often feels quite physical. Really getting into your own body is going to help you determine whether something is a nervous system traumatic response or an intuitive response as well. By the way, the Page of Pentacles is very much a card of that. Yeah. All right, this Eight of Cups then for Virgo. Tell me more about this Eight of Cups for Virgo. Oh, reversed Ace of Cups. Interesting. Yeah. Not emotionally investing. Tell me more about this Eight of Cups for Virgo. Ten of Cups. Bloody hell, it's all the cups, isn't it? Okay, Page of Wands. Right. Ten of Cups is stunning card. I love it. So the shadow side of this card, I will say, is this kind of dreaminess that we spoke about up here, and then, but it's upright. And so the more positive aspects of this card are integrating everything that we spoke about up here and being able to love it forward. So I very much see a Virgo who's working on that. There's definitely some blockages. I mean, obviously, none of this shit is trivial, Virgo. I can see with the reversed Eight of Cups, there's some blockages. A Page of Wands, by the way, came out reversed. That, to me, is a minor arcana manifestation of the Fool, which we've already had out in reverse twice. So that's that resistance that we've spoke about. There's a reluctance to emotionally invest. There's a reluctance to emotionally invest. Partly, I think the barrier's to do with integrating all this shit that we spoke about, because that's what you need to get this Ten of Cups, which is, by the way, to try and describe it in this particular context of this particular reading, I would sum it up as a sort of emotional harmony within yourself. A Ten of Cups can be like relationship goals, couple goals, emotional balance between two people. It doesn't feel like that to me here. It feels like emotional harmony within yourself. Love, 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 love is what it is. And you are feeling the love up here. You are finding it difficult to integrate the love here. And then this all sort of raises questions about loving it forward, and who do I connect with? Who is safe for me to connect with? How do I determine if someone is safe for me to connect with? How do I determine if this is a safe way of investing my emotional energy? Because my nervous system and my triggers get in the way, and I can't tell them apart from my intuition sometimes, but I'm working on that. I do see a Virgo who is doing a lot of work on that. And I think you know that the end goal for you is going to be so positive. And I agree. But yet there is still some reluctance and still a lot of questions about which direction to invest my emotional energy and my love energy. My love energy that I have felt, that I am feeling in a way I've not felt before because of everything that's happened up here. Because of shit like what we just saw. Right? Because of the way the universe is talking to you. Right? You know, this shit is incredible. Sometimes you doubt that. Sometimes you sabotage it. Sometimes you're like, no, it isn't. It's an absolute load of bollocks. And yes, in a way, that can help you be more grounded, right? But there's a balance there. There's a balance here to be had, and you know, if I could magically tell you how to reach that balance, Jesus, wouldn't that be a fabulous thing? But it's personal to you, it's personal to me. I think everyone finds their own way. All we can do is really share our own experiences. So do share in the comments, by the way, if any of this makes sense to you, and if you feel safe to share, of course. Do not share if you don't feel safe to do so. But we all help each other out by talking about this shit, which is why I do the readings. So I hope exploring some of this through the cards has been helpful to you. I hope you feel heard. I've got no amazing conclusion for you, no amazing solid conclusion, apart from, like, I think we both know, like, the end result of this. It is, you know, it's beautiful. But of course, I will say, when we feel like we've got an end result of it, we do tend to go round again, don't we? Because it's always an ongoing process, which is why with the Wheel and the Fool has come out like that so many times. Anyway, it does feel like it's a continuous cycle, and we have seasons of light, seasons of dark. I feel like you're kind of emerging from a dark season at the moment, Virgo, and you know that you've seen a lot of light, but you don't know how to integrate it. And yeah, I wish I could magically tell you, but I just hope you feel more understood via the reading that we've seen here. That's the best I think I can do, because I'm not a guru or an enlightened master. I'm just a mum who reads cards. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. Do subscribe if you like the way I read. Like the video if it made sense to you, because it just means the algorithms allow more people to see it. And I don't know, I think, you know, obviously if you liked it, then give more people the opportunity to also like it. Comment if you see fit, and I will see you for an in-depth reading in probably 2 and a bit weeks, because doing the readings every day is tough. Yeah. So 2 and a bit weeks, I'll see you again for more in-depth reading, and in the meantime, I'll do little all signs readings where you'll get about 5 or 10 minutes. Virgo, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure reading cards for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.